I guess the biggest thing I'd say is that congratulations to Northwestern. They have a very, very good football team, well-coached football team, great on defense, and they're going to have a great season. I can tell you that. So my compliments go out to them and the job they've done.
What makes their defense so good?
Well, I think Coach Hanglewitz does a good job for one, and I think they, I feel like they're more athletic than they were a year ago, and they're big up front, and he does a great job of coordinating the defense. We've always talked about that, and he does a good job of zone blitzing and man blitzing, and always does a good job of staying a step ahead of things, and a lot has to do with him, but you got to have players that can execute what he's asked to do, and they don't make mistakes. They do their jobs, and they did their jobs today, and they played harder than we did.
Jerry, they got a good defense, but how did your offense get to this point?
I don't know. We just wish I could snap my fingers. I don't know. Man, I don't know.
Were you a little surprised 5 years into your tenure that the offense looks as lost as it does right now?
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with, and I don't make excuses, but we're playing a lot of freshmen, and then, up front, Joe Borklin went out in the first quarter. We just haven't had any continuity or anything like that. So I'm to blame for that, and Chip, and all I can do is keep working. But, we got a group that, has lost some confidence, and, that's our job to, get going. But, I take full responsibility, and I wish I could click my fingers and have that answer on. I got a lot of sleepless nights over the last, 2 or 3 weeks trying to figure all that out. So we just keep working. That's the only way I know how to solve problems, So I wish I had a magic term.
Terry, we've talked about how your non-conference schedules just gave you no chance to really go deep on your bench and to look at some guys. How much did that, as you look at it now, how much is that hurting you guys?
Oh, I'm not an excuse guy. I just think that, we've played some good ball clubs, and, I'm going to give credit to Northwestern. I'm going to take the heat because we didn't do very well offensively, and the kicking game for that matter, and I deserve that, very much so. But also Northwestern's a very good football team. I'll continue to answer these, but they are a good football team and beat Stanford, and a lot of people go, they're a good football team. But we do also have to get a lot of things fixed.
Now that you pulled Cross redshirt, is he your starter going forward?
No, that's our situation there. We talked to Mitch in the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, and he wasn't getting any help. And we got to have two quarterbacks we go through. Somebody gets injured or anything like that. So, we felt like he's, like you said, we didn't get the minutes early in the year, and that hurt him. But that's something that we felt we probably should have done last week, just to get him some repetition and see what he can do, and be prepared down the road a little bit.
So just on straight, Mitch is still the starter?
I'm not going to comment. I've gotten done with a game, Chip, for 10 minutes here, and I come in here. I think I'm a professional person, and I'm not going to make any decisions in 10 minutes or anything like that on anything right now until I watch video, and you all watch it up there, and I watch it up there, and I can't make judgments, and I won't. I wouldn't do that to anybody. Make decisions in 10 minutes or something like that. We got a lot more problems than just the quarterback. Everybody wants to blame the quarterback. They need to blame me. Fine with that, and quarterback understands he's going to get blamed. But the bottom line is we got a lot of other issues that we need to solve on the offensive side of the ball.
Special teams, you're only down 3-0 late in the second quarter. How big was it coming with the win for them to return the ball like that?
Big. We haven't done a good job, and we've been pretty good in the kicking game all my years through coaching. But that was we didn't get a very good punt, and coverage-wise we didn't keep leverage on the ball. And when you don't keep leverage on the ball, guy gets outside, good things happen. And so we didn't do some of the fundamental things you need to do, and they executed better than we did.
Coach, can you talk about the third quarter? They had those two long drives, and the defense was on the field for a lot of that quarter. That really turned what was a close game into some separation there.
Well, I think they did what we're used to doing, and I think Fitz, last year he said something about, that we snapped the ball about 1 second left, and and it was frustrating. Well, same kind of thing. I mean, they had the ball forever. I think it was 6 minutes to go, in the third quarter, and we hadn't touched the ball yet. So, they controlled the football game, from a standpoint of all three phases.
You guys got some good production out of Brooks early on, and then went more with Rodney. Just did anything happen there to change?
No, not really. We just didn't block. We didn't do a good enough job up front. So I mean, they're both good players, but.
What, energy-wise, first half, and I guess second half too, did you feel like your guys came out flying, or was it maybe not?
Well, I didn't, we didn't play. I think we can play harder, as a reflection of me. So, I got to do a better job. I'll watch film and all those kind of things, but I don't know if it's from an emotional standpoint or anything, but, I think the drive of the spike in that thing was their long drive, third quarter, and I think it took some air out of our kids, and then we're battling, fighting them, to come on now, you gotta hang in there, you gotta keep battling. But I think that drive was, you want to get the ball back, and you think, you got to win, and you can pin them down, and they drove the ball. I don't know how many plays it was, but 19 plays, and I think that took a lot of punch out of our guys a little bit.
What did you say to them?
Well, there's not much you can say. I mean, you talk to them about, hey, got beat by a better team than we were today, and I said it's over with, and there's not much we can do about it. And I said we got a lot of work to do, and I said we got to, we have to, keep working to fix it, and that's the only thing I know how to do. And keep your head up. I said there shouldn't be anybody smiling or after the game or feeling good about it, because I said we didn't execute, we didn't do as well as we need to. So we'll go back to work tomorrow and see what we need to do.
Did anything from Northwestern's defense stand out or surprise you?
No, they've played the same. Defensively, coach has been the same for as long as I've known him. There wasn't any trickery, or I could say that to make us look better, but that's not true. His defensive scheme, very much like Coach Clay's and things they do, is that it's unique. He's built it well, and he's built it to the players that they have, and they recruit, and he bends a little bit, but he just doesn't break, and he's done that to a lot of good football teams.
How tough has it been to balance, like, showing confidence in Mitch and all that he means to your program, and then just knowing Demery was in waiting? Just how tough has that been on the staff? I'm not going to comment on all that stuff right now. You all come by, you see me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, tomorrow. I gotta, it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm doing the best I can. I'm disappointed. In all of us, including me. So.
We got one last final question. I can't remember seeing you like this after a game, this dejected. Did this one surprise you, the way your team played?
Yeah, it's a reflection of me, and it hurts. I'm a competitor. We've worked hard, and our kids have worked hard, and you want your kids to get rewarded. And we got some good seniors, and we got a long season ahead of us yet. It's one Big Ten game, and and we're on the road, and they're 16th in the country, and so forth. But I come to think we're going to win every game, just like everybody else does. We want to compete, and I don't feel like we got our butt kicked today. That sums it up. So when you get your butt kicked, I don't know how you can feel very good about it. So I don't feel very good about it.
Okay.
But I do want to make one clear thing is Northwestern's got a good football team. I don't want to come out of here and say, well, a lot of coaches do that, and Northwestern's got a very good football team. They got a lot to look forward to.